Home team, y'all know what it is, man. This Monday, it's Let's Be Clear Mondays. Well, today we gonna be clear about some things that occurred in our sports over the weekend. We got to be clear about what in the hell going on with the Atlanta Falcons and why you got all this all pro talent. You got these all pro talent on this team. Ain't no reason for you to be losing the way you're losing. We gonna get into it. Let's go ahead, get it thank you start. Let's go.
Hey. Say. Let's be clear. Shoo! I had to die or die when you drive will make you need it all. Don't get out the life, the shed ain't on your wood. For toast accept your forms, like patted on my void. And a more terror, big clear till you bad for. You been eating off them thoughts, I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally flawed, let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you make it taste funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some used to that's now home team.
Yes, sir, home team. Y'all know what it is. It's Let's Be Clear Mondays, but we got to be clear about what in the hell done went on with these Atlanta Falcons. Oh my God. The two win Jets are now the 3-win Jets at the hands of the Atlanta Falcons. And I don't know why we saying that as if we was that much goddamn better than the motherfucking Jets. We had only one more victory. Well, 2 more victories than they motherfucking asses. We won that much damn better. But something is occurring every week, week in and week out with the Falcons that I didn't think could be explained and was unexplainable, but I can explain it. I can explain. If you see, all these head shows, everything's so mind-boggling, man. Everything's so mind-boggling with these damn Falcons, man. That you think to yourself, what it's a conundrum what's going on with the Falcons. But if you really just look at it and just look at what's actually happened, you can really break down what the fuck wrong with this damn team. And oh shit, I got that shit on repeat. My bad. And it really goes beyond just the coaching. Now, the coaching is ass. Let's just get that out the way first. But it goes beyond the coaching. Big Will, what's up with you, my boy?
Yeah. What's happening?
Y'all know what it is, man, when Big Will at the house. He down from the depths of Georgia. And he's currently out there on the blizzard.
You already know. You hear them flash, I'm making that bread, so shut the hell up.
He already on the pay. He done hit the pavement early today. So look. What we gonna do is we gonna go over the personnel. We gonna go over the position groups, and we gonna look at who are the all-pro caliber players on this team. Because
give me a minute to hook this trail up.
I got you. Because there's plenty of them. There's plenty of all-pro caliber players on this team, which means you should be winning football games. Now, when you think of an all-pro player, you think of a difference maker. Somebody that makes a difference on the team. Somebody that can turn the game around for you when you need a spark in crunch time. That's what you think about when you think about an all-pro player, right? Well, we have quite a few of them. We have quite a handful of them. And for us to have so many of these types of players is inexcusable why you are 4-8 as a team right now. Now, once we get to these all-pro players, I'm going to break down for you why this all-pro talent is not resulting into wins. But before I do that, we got to show some love to the loyal compadres and compadres of the channel. First up, 8137 Sauce in the building. What's going on with your boy? You know, I prefer that 57 though, but he do too, I think. We got Jay Holland in the building. He say, yo, what's good? What's happening, my boy? Let me see what A1 said here, because he opened the chat up with some gospel. He say home team, Blakberry and Big Will, also aka Grady. What it do, family? I mean, at this point, what else do we need to say? And he's still here doing stupid ass interviews on Monday. Shake my head, talking about Raheem Morris. He say what he say? Smith, it's on Arthur until he fire Raheem, because he keep trying to save his people, aka special team coach and Zach Robinson, for their stupidity as coaches. Yes. All of that A1 said. Yes. That is an indictment on the head coach for sure, but it's also an indictment on your owner. It's an indictment on him too. And this is why I said yesterday, and I've been saying, he's probably not going to get fired, y'all. When he didn't even try to put Michael Penix back in the game, before we knew anything about a partial tear on his ACL, before we knew anything about it, he was cleared by the doctors on the field to continue playing. He didn't even try to put him back out there. But we saw little Bryce Young get his ass tattooed and flambasted probably like 3 damn times and took his little ass back out there and won a football game. That's how I knew. I knew he had job security for at least one more season. I knew it. Because he ain't even trying to put him out there. And we know Michael Penix is the blanks boy. He they pick. So he out here still saying stupid shit in these interviews because he know he got job security. And for him, it ain't stupid shit. For him, it's the truth. It's stupid truth. What's up with you, Jay Holland? We got Jay Holland in the building. We got Carl Thomas up in here. He say, talk to me, Blair. Hey, man, we going to talk about it. We got Jerome 6'9" up in here. What's up with you, Round? What's happening, man?
All right, I'm back.
Check out the white shoes. What's going on with you, Round? We got Money in the building. What's up with your Money? ATL 251 up in here with the squad. What's happening, my boy? We got IMAX in the building. What's going on with your IMAX? Here in the chat. At least y'all know how to tank. I don't know what the fuck Miami doing. Miami trying to win games all the goddamn sudden for some goddamn reason. But man, let me tell you, bro. If it's tanking,
everybody who beat us went on the win streak.
Everybody. Carolina got their ass when they gave us that goose head. They lost the next game.
No, I'm talking about as far as the year. As far as the year, Carolina went on a little win streak. Miami went on a little win streak. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets win 2 more later on.
Man. Fucking Tyrod Taylor out there looking like the next coming of Michael Vick.
And the thing is, they ain't had number 200 and some yards in total offense.
That's it.
So they just tell you, offense lost us this game again.
Offense lost the game again. But the special team lost you the game again too.
What, we was 4 for 12 on third down or some shit?
Oh, shit, we're gonna look at it in a minute. But I know one of their drives, they only had to come off the 2-yard line. So they had a
Bro,
two,
it was one drive we got the ball on the 50-yard line and didn't move the ball at all.
and didn't move the ball at all. Matter of fact, it was 3 and out, I think. And we did that same thing. We did the same thing the week before that. Like it, man, look, man. I don't know, bro. But IMAX, if it's tanking IMAX, it's the best. It's the best goddamn tanking act job that a team has ever done.
We can't even tank right. We'll mess around and win 2 more. 2 more just to win, probably just to get the 7 games. We probably get 7 games in the season.
I mean, it don't matter. We ain't got no damn first round.
We ain't got
pick.
no first round pick. It don't matter if I was second round. That's about it. But yeah.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, man. I don't even know what the fuck to say about this shit, bro. I don't even know what to say about this.
I know where you gonna go. You gonna go Arthur Blank. That's your angle right there.
Hey, man,
but the
that's
reason why I can't ride with you on Arthur Blank, dog, because we had successful coaches. They just couldn't finish. We had a couple coaches that led us to the Super Bowl. We had a couple NFC championships. We just couldn't finish. That's why I stay on my ground of curse. We are cursed. Until we reverse this curse, this is what the fuck we got right here. Now, Raheem Morris, that was a bad fucking hire. This was the one time I seen the Atlanta Falcon fan base all in conglomerate together that they didn't want this hire. You can go out there and throw a nickel at 10 people and goddamn 8 of them didn't want Raheem Morris. I guarantee you. So this was a bad hire. This was a goddamn Rooney Rule hire. I don't care what nobody say. That's what the fuck it was. It was a Rooney Rule hire. So you don't think we always... Because you remember when we hired Arthur Smith, they were like, everybody used to say, shit, they just do the Rooney Rule just to goddamn say that they did it.
Just
so
say I think the
motherfucker hired Raheem Morris because of the Rooney Rule shit. Because ain't nothing on his resume that tell you he deserves to be a fucking head coach. Nothing. You can't point to me one fucking spot. Now, being a nice guy don't make you a fucking head coach.
No, it doesn't.
So that's the only other explanation that makes sense to me. And I'm sticking with it. I don't give a damn. That's what I say.
I don't deny the curse. But curses are made to be broken. And
we talk about that. We gonna have to get once you let Terry Fontenot hire his own person, get somebody from New Orleans come in here and bless the fucking stadium. We're gonna have to goddamn fight voodoo with voodoo. You gotta fight voodoo with voodoo. Get somebody come in here and reverse that shit, and we good.
I agree. And it's possible that maybe my analyzing has been a little bit off about this. Because I've been thinking more along the lines of, the Falcons always been that team that goes against the grain of what the rest of the league wants them to do. And that is why in the beginning, not hiring Vince Lombardi, instead hiring Norb Hecker, who was on Vince Lombardi's staff, that was the damning of this franchise. But I'm starting to think it's a little bit of a twist to that. Because Arthur Blank seems to be doing what I believe the league wants him to do most of the time. He goes with the nostalgic hires. We've done the nostalgia draft with Vic and Julio and Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson. We've done the nostalgia picks. We've done the nostalgia hirings with Raheem Morris and Arthur Smith. We've done it. Dan Quinn. These were all nostalgia hires. And what did you say? What do you mean by nostalgia hires, Blakberry? Well, nostalgia, when I say nostalgia hires, they were the most sought out.
Chalkboard.
Yeah. They were the most sought out prospects for their position at the time. And, you know, of course, Michael Vick, he was a highlight reel in Virginia Tech. They knew he was going to be a highlight reel in Atlanta. Bring back some of that nostalgia that you had from the Too Legit era, from the Dirty Bird era. Let's stay nostalgic. The league wanted the Falcons to do this for years because the city of Atlanta is a city of nostalgia. They called before it was State Farm Arena, when it was before the Hawks was State Farm Arena, what it was whatever it was before it was State Farm Arena. The nickname for the arena was the Highlight Factory, but we hadn't won a goddamn thing. It was the Highlight Factory because of Dominique Wilkins. And not just him, but Lil Spud Webb. Like, it was the Highlight Factory. And then Josh Smith, he coming on. He continues that nostalgia with the Highlight Factory because he's dunking on everybody. He's dunking from the free throw line. He's in the dunk contest of the All-Star game. We haven't had an Atlanta Hawk in the dunk contest for the All-Star game outside of Dominique Wilkins since Josh Smith. Nostalgia. This has been, but Arthur Blank is doing this. This is what Arthur Blank, he's been catering to what they want him to do. The league, what they want him to do. Stay nostalgic. Hire the hires that we want to get the next guy up. Hire them. So maybe, and I don't know, but Terry Fontenot, he's not exactly, I haven't heard or read anything about him as far as a reputation around the league yet. Haven't heard anything. Nothing. When we're watching the games, you don't hear commentating giving him any props. You don't hear him getting any kind of credibility or getting any kind of praise from anybody. Reporters, analysts, you just don't hear it. And maybe, just maybe, the final ingredient is to let your boy cook. Just let Terry Fontenot cook. Let him cook. Maybe. I'm saying maybe. We got Michael up in here. What's up with your Michael? He say, honestly, I think y'all in denial. Y'all be talking crazy like we was going to sweep the Panthers before the season started. They have officially caught us and passed us. We will be lucky to be third yearly. Okay. Well, in my denial, I don't know what denial you're talking about, but maybe you saying I'm in denial about there being all pro players on this team. So, Michael, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what we're here for. Let's get it. Let's get into it. Oh, but before I do, Big Will, what you think about this comment right here from Michael?
All right, let's be real right here. Let's look at both rosters, Michael. And you tell me right now that Carolina Panthers got better roster talent than we got.
Not even
If you
close.
can look at that roster and tell me that Carolina got better roster talent than we got, then you have a point. It just been fucking coaching. You can't outplay bad coaching. You can't do it, bro. It'll get you so far. Like college, that shit work. Your talent, hey, you can out talent a lot of motherfuckers. But here in the NFL, everybody's like that top school you had to go play. Every team in the league is like that top school you had to go play. And the only difference between the teams is coaching. And our coaching been ass, bro. Coaching been straight ass.
We're gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it right now. And sometimes you just got to break things down, right? Sometimes you got to just break shit down. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's break it down. Gonna do it right now. Excuse me. All right. Let me get it broke up. Let me break it up. Let me break it up. All right, bam. And we ain't just doing this for Michael. We doing this what we came here to do today. So I can show y'all. And it's gonna be off of your own fruition. When you see this, you're gonna have to keep it real with yourself and say, that's an all-pro player. That's an all-pro caliber player. All right, so let's do it. Let me share this. Get this shit, y'all. See if it let me in. Big wheel come. Yeah, it'll let her come down. All right. Y'all can see it better when it's like this. All right, bam. So let's start with the quarterbacks. All right. Now, we're gonna start at the quarterback position. Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. Now, Michael Penix, I know the jury is way out on Michael Penix, but Kirk Cousins got some skin in the game. He got some proof in the pudding. You telling me Kirk Cousins wasn't an all-pro player at a point in his career? Let me catch up with the chat. What's up with you, Christy? One of the lady birds of AFN, one of the homegirls. ATL Leo, what's up with you, Leo? What's up with you, Bellows World? What's up with you, my boy? He said they got better quarterback play. That's it. I can't argue. I can't argue that. What's up with you, 3 Duddy? What's happening? But let's look at this, man. Kirk Cousins was an all-pro player. You know, pre-Achilles tear. He was all pro. Huh? Let me hold on, wait a minute. All right. Bijan Robinson, all pro caliber player.
Yeah, think about it, cause you'll take Kirk Cousins over Andy Dalton, won't you?
Damn straight you will.
Okay.
Bijan Robinson, all pro. Tyler Algier is an all-pro caliber player. Tell me he ain't. Drake London, a dog. Definitely a future all-pro player. Without a shadow of a doubt. So far, we got at least 3. We got at least 4. Well, I'm going to say at least 3 because I know a lot of y'all ain't going to agree with Kirk Cousins. But he was an all-pro player.
They ain't got to agree with all pro. They can agree that he's better than Andy Dalton. They can agree that Michael Penix is better than fucking goddamn Bryce Young a little bit ass.
Shit, they might not agree to that. You got a lot of people.
But shit, as far as print talent, Bryce Young got better coaching. As far as print talent, yes, he's got Bryce Young.
I agree with you, but a lot of these folks, they starting to dig Michael Penix's grave for him already. They digging their grave.
Yeah, cause that's them fair weather fans you talking about. We ain't talking about them.
Yeah. So that's what we got. We got one receiver that's all pro caliber. We got in the tight end group.
Darnell Moon was all pro.
Darnell Moon was
all pro last year.
Darnell Moon was all pro.
I'm saying he's been all pro in his career already before now. Don't act like Darnell Moon ain't got no talent now.
Hold on, I got to check. I got to make sure. Let me see.
I don't know for facts. Don't quote me on it, but I'm saying that might have been good in his career now.
Whatever cliff that nigga went and stood on lately, he is free falling. That motherfucker free falling off that motherfucker. What that goddamn song is? That motherfucker that motherfucker Tom Cruise was singing in that damn movie. Cause I'm free falling. That's fucking Darnell Mooney. Free falling. And he is free falling. I don't know why I don't know what in the hell that happened to that boy. But if he was an all pro at one point, then he was all pro.
Even I don't know if he was all pro officially, but I'm saying that boy.
Yeah, I don't think he was an all pro.
He's definitely a number 2 wide receiver.
He's supposed to be.
That man a number 2. He might have been coaching. I'm chopping this shit up to coaching, bro. Once again, it's happening on the offense side of the ball as it did on the defense side of the ball last year when shit started to just drop. Look at that goddamn bad coaching, bro.
I can't blame coaching on drop balls, though, bro.
No, I ain't talking about the drop ball. I'm talking about the talent drop. Yeah. Talent drop.
That's some bitch dropping. That motherfucker can't catch a cold right now.
that comes from trying to do too much. For your team for your offense being so incompetent, you trying to overextend what you got to do to try to be that saver, captain saver hole for the offense. And what he do a lot of, he try to run without the ball, try to make a play before he can secure the ball. And that's what his ass getting right now.
And that some bitch just dropping goddamn balls, bro. He just dropping shit. That motherfucker have at least 2 drops a game. It's crazy. But
he
we
know 2 drops in that game against the Saints.
No, he ain't had no drops against the Skanks. He caught everything for the Skanks. He had 3 targets, 3 receptions, 70-something yards and a touchdown. But the rest of this season, he just been a wash, bro. But at least he showed up against the Skanks, though. So I give him that. But we know in the receiving group, we got at least one guy that we can say all pro caliber. And that's Drake London. Running back group, Bijan Robinson. In my opinion, Tyler Algier. In the tight end group, no, I think Kyle Pitts can be he.
You got to be honest. No matter how much you don't like him, you know he can be an all-pro. Put it like this. Is Carolina tight end better than our tight end?
Hell no.
All right, there you go. We talking about the talent. The question was for Michael, can you really look at they roster and say that they have better talent than us?
Well, we ain't doing it for Michael. This is what we were doing anyway. We were going down our roster and looking at our all-pro caliber players. But for Michael, no, I would take Kyle Pitts over whatever the fuck they got in damn Carolina at tight end. But I mean, I guess I want to say there was a time when he had potential of being all pro. But just based off what I done seen, I don't see all pro. I see pro bowler. I see Pro Bowl, but I don't see all pro though. I don't. He too inconsistent. Either he it's like he get okay with getting a big catch and with a big run, and he just okay with that. He okay with getting one a game. Like, just give me one big catch and one good run after catch, and that's good for me. That's what it looked like to me. But on the offensive line, Chris Lindstrom, all pro. Jay Matthews, all pro. I think Matthew Bergeron, he will one day be an all pro guard. We got all pro talent across the offensive line. Then you come on the defensive side of the ball. I think that James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker are future all-pro players, all-pro caliber players. Jesse Bates, all-pro. Xavier Watts, a future all-pro player. AJ Terrell, all-pro. On the defensive side of the ball, it's overwhelming. What'd you say?
Divine Diablo, all pro. We see how much he got there, man.
Yes, Divine Diablo, all pro. On the interior defensive line, you got some guys that got some potential there, like Brandon Douglas and Zach Harrison. But this is what we're talking about, man. If we can name all of these, let me see what the chat think. Let me see if the chat agree. Let me see if the chat agree with some of this. Michael said the problem is we came in this year thinking we had a good receivers. We have the worst receiving core in the league. I don't agree with that. I don't think we had a worst receiving core in the league. Ain't gonna go that goddamn.
No, we have the worst coaching staff in the league. So y'all were the same ones
got the worst play calling.
Y'all were the same one that was drooling over these boys in preseason. Y'all was drooling all over the wide receiver core.
Well, they was drooling all over your boy that ain't been brought up from the practice squad.
Exactly. So we got talent. It's just our dumbass coaches ain't brought these niggas up. They want to play David Seals and shit.
That motherfucker missed a wide open crossing route yesterday in overtime. Was it overtime? Was it overtime? We didn't go to overtime, did we? No,
we ain't go to
in the fourth quarter. But he missed a wide in crunch time.
You talking about the Hawks.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the Hawks. But in crunch time, this motherfucker missed a wide open crossing route. And that's why I say Kirk Cousins put that shit right in their hands, man, and this nigga dropped it.
Dropped it.
Just like he put it right on Darnell Mooney, and Mooney dropped it.
Dropped it.
But people wanted to highlight Kirk Cousins yesterday. Kirk Cousins made throws that he needed to make yesterday. He made the throw. So we can't sit here and ain't shit out yesterday on Kirk Cousins. Nothing.
Nope.
Christy say, I'm just numb, no feelings. Raheem Moore has crushed the enthusiasm out of me.
I'm
Thomas
about,
said,
I'm about
nah,
like you, Chris. That's why I watch their ass on NFL Red Zone. I ain't got no feeling on it.
yeah. Who you saying Pro Bowl caliber Carl Thomas? He said he definitely better than Wise. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's who they got over there in Carolina. Pitt's a bust. No point in bringing him up. Hey man, you ain't gonna get no argument from me. I don't think he'll bust, but I ain't finna try to argue with you on it. Critics say MPJ can't help his injury, but our AC and OC could shore up the offensive line. But we ain't got no choice. There's too many injuries.
Hey, I'm also at the point of thinking that quarterback coach ain't in either. That motherfucker ain't in either. That's another black hire. That's what that was.
Yup.
Another black hire. So that motherfucker ain't did nothing to change the quarterback position. Nothing. I don't see nothing that he did to elevate at the quarterback position for either quarterback. I don't see it.
Christian said saying setting them free by stain. When you love somebody, when you love someone, set them free. Free. I don't know that song. Do I know that song? I probably heard the song. I just can't think of the tune because I don't listen to Sting. But I bet you I know this. If I heard the song, I know it.
Hey, if they decide to make a change in the offseason, what you think about going to get Lincoln Riley? How many Heisman quarterback he done coached up?
Man.
I was thinking about that hard. I'm like, all these hiring going to college football, they gonna call the Falcon the arm and leg to pry some of these dudes away. But Lincoln Riley is one of the ones that stayed put. Go snatch Lincoln Riley ass up. He ain't goddamn had so many Heisman winning quarterbacks. He puts up his quarterbacks under his tutelage puts up numbers. Now you
Can I
put
be
up
honest with you, Will?
what's up?
I'm be honest with you. They never hire who we want them to hire.
I know, but I'm trying to dream a little bit, bro. You just crush my dreams, bro.
They never hire who we want them to hire. Now, what I will say is, for some reason, and I don't know why, because I don't have any there hasn't been any reason for me to feel this way because there's been no reason given. But I feel like if they was to just let Terry hire his coach, whoever that guy is going to be who we need. I just feel that way. I don't know why, but I do. I'm thinking if the guy got the eye for the right coach, the way he got the right eye for the personnel, because he got a damn good eye for talent. Kind of remind me of myself a little bit. But he got a damn good eye for talent. If he got that same kind of eye for a coach, that's going to be the guy. Because it's about marrying the two, right? It's about marrying the coaching with the personnel.
Right.
And a lot of times we think about a guy's resume and we look at like Lane Kiffin for instance. We wanted him, but he off the table. He got the most attractive job in football in LSU.
Yeah, LSU gave that boy 13 mil.
They backed up the goddamn Brinks truck for him. So when we look at their reputations and we look at that's why we want them, because we know they're gonna bring a winning culture to our franchise. But sometimes you just every now and then, like the Rams, right? With your boy, with McVay. Nobody had any reason to think McVay was going to be in any goddamn thing. He had no head coaching experience whatsoever. I don't even think he had collegiate head coaching experience. He didn't have any head coaching experience.
But he had play calling experience.
He had play calling experience.
And guess what he did? He hired a veteran defensive coordinator to run the other side of the ball, so it made it easier for him to manage a team.
And who was that veteran defensive coordinator?
That's one thing that Raheem Morris didn't do. He hired two inexperienced coordinators to run a team that was trying to rebuild itself.
No, a team who he said only needed a quarterback.
Right.
A team that he said only needed a quarterback. And that's the thing, right? Big Will, that's the thing. Let me get this off here. If you spent time with a winning franchise, and people keep looking at, well, he had Aaron Donald, and he had Jalen Ramsey, and he had he had your boy that was in Denver that they got from out of Denver on defense. He had these guys that were still at the top of their game.
Talking about Von Miller?
Yeah, Von Miller. And he had Von Miller. And he had these guys that were still at the top of their game, still in their prime, when he won on the defensive side of the ball. But he was the defensive coordinator. But he had a Sean McVay that he should have been learning some shit from. And a lot of people say, that's kind of the problem in coaching in the NFL or in any level, probably when the head coach is younger than his staff, than most of his staff. Sometimes they don't take heed the direction that he gives them properly because they think they know better. Clearly, Raheem thought he knew better than Sean McVay because he didn't learn shit from Sean McVay. Because it ain't nothing that we do here in Atlanta outside of running the goddamn pistol. But Sean McVay don't run it half as much as we goddamn do. But nothing outside of running the goddamn pistol it resembles anything of the Los Angeles Rams ran under Sean McVay. Nothing.
What he missed the point of Sean McVay running the pistol that year, that what that offense had required of that year was the pistol, because the whole part of their offense was their passing game. But as you see what Sean McVay doing now, he adapts to the talent he has. That's what great coaches do. That's what good coaches do. They adapt to the players they have and fit them to the scheme. Then fitting the scheme, you know what I'm saying? They try to fit the scheme to the player, try to make the player do their scheme instead of fitting the player. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to fit the scheme to the player, not the other way around.
But this is where I kind of like go to Arthur Blanken. I'm like, well, Arthur, in the interview process, how was you deciding this to make this hire? That's why that's how we know it was a goddamn IEI goddamn whatever.
That was a Rooney Rule.
It was a goddamn Rooney Rule hire because ain't no goddamn way you interviewing him because he's one of the guys that the league is saying is up for the next opportunity. So you interview him, but in the interview process, he couldn't have told you that he was going to do anything resembling what the Rams were doing outside of the pistol, because Sean McVay runs his offense, and Sean McVay, like Big Will said, hired experienced play callers to run the offense and to run the defense. He ran his own offense, but he hired an experienced coordinator.
He hired a senior OC, yeah.
He hired people with experience. So in the interview process, he ain't told you nothing that's gonna model anything that Sean McVay did. A championship winning coach. But you hired him anyway.
Because ain't no way he came to Arthur Blank like, look here, man, I got this right here, Blank. I'm gonna hire this offensive coordinator who never called plays before in his life. I'm gonna hire him. He gonna get us to that next level. We're gonna have a top offense like we did in 2016. Oh, I'm gonna bring a defensive coordinator who only called, you know what I'm saying? He had success in college, but never did nothing in the pros. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring him, get him a shot here. He's gonna be one of the best defensive coordinators we ever had. Ain't no way he came in here with that shit and us play like hard. No, this a goddamn this a fucking Rooney Rule hard, bro. Fuck that.
Come on, man. Come on. Junior Ramirez say he think Caden is all pro caliber.
Yeah. How can we forget about Kate Ellis?
I can't forget about you. Right. You right. Caden is an all pro caliber player.
He's probably a little suspect in coverage, but as far as everything else, he tear it up.
Michael say they not playing Nash nor Blair. I don't know what the goddamn see, somebody must have slept with somebody, woman or something in the offseason at training camp or something.
And you know this Raheem part right here. When you had Brooks out there getting his ass ate up, and you had Kobe Bryant on the roster, and you didn't put his ass in out. When you put him in, he was doing good, but you took him out and put Brooks out there and let him continue to get cooked.
Let him get his ass.
Come on, bro.
He was letting that's something getting his ass toasted.
He was getting fucking. Oh my god! And when you can see the lights was too bright for Brooks at that point. Now we see why you always be on special teams and be a roster depth person, because the lights are too bright when you're starting. You seen it on him. Like he was like a deer headlight, so you know which way to go. He just standing there, getting his ass cooked on simple routes.
Yeah. Just simple shit. Motherfucker ain't even really putting no real double move on him.
Yeah, I remember. I was lying. I was lobbying for this nigga being a good player, but I didn't add in the points of the lights, the flash, the glamour. I didn't add in all that shit. And once he got his chance, he got his ass demolished.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
You ain't got to say nothing. I'm saying it myself.
You said it already. You said it already. But yeah, and like Jay Holland, right, he said we didn't hear shit about Thomas Dimitroff. We gave him his first and only GM job, and he had power, but we treat Terry Fontenot like shit. And look, that's why we got the loyal compadres and compadres in the chat of the channel in the chat. Jay Holland, I didn't even think about that shit.
Right.
I never thought about that.
Thomas Dimitroff probably the one fucked it up for goddamn.
But that's true. That's true, because he looked at it after we had the kind of salary cap hell that we had. Maybe that was Arthur and Rich McKay and Beatles then was like, yeah, we can't go through that again. Yep. We need to know he can at least handle the books, and then we'll put more on, more workload on his plate after we see he can handle the books. If he can if we can handle the contracts right, if he can make the right deals, if he can do that stuff, if he can balance the books right, hey, then we'll put some more on his plate. So maybe that is the case, Jay Holland. We ain't necessarily treating them like shit. It's probably that they just make sure that they don't end up in the cap hill that they was in before.
Maybe they got the trainer wheels on them right now.
Yeah, maybe they got the trainer wheels. Because if you think about it, a lot of teams, a lot of front offices are going to model what the Patriots was doing with Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. A lot of teams was gonna try to model that because they was winning championships and they wasn't even paying nobody hardly. They was hardly paying anybody market money. Tom Brady restructured I don't know how many goddamn times, and he was never the highest paid quarterback in the league. Yeah, think about that. His entire time in New England, he was never the highest paid quarterback.
But he was in the vicinity. He wasn't disrespected. He was around the vicinity, you know what I'm saying? But he was never the top player, the top paid player. Because he was unselfish. That's what you gotta when you draft people, you gotta draft unselfish players with the same mindset that you have. You know what I'm saying? I'm about the team. As long as you don't disrespect me with the money, I'm good. I don't care about being the top player. Julio wanted to be the top player wide receiver, top paid wide receiver. And that shit cost us.
And you know what? It's hard, y'all. Let's not make that sound like it's so easy to find those types of guys. Those types of guys that's gonna be contract friendly guys, but they also are standout talents. It's not easy to find those guys. It's not. It's a rarity. It's very rare. Tony Gonzalez's, Tom Brady's, Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes got a big contract, but he don't get paid a lot per year. He just got
and he adjusts his contract.
Right.
Mahomes don't got no problem with adjusting their contract.
Like it's hard finding that caliber of player, and they also gonna work with you on the contracts. One, because they got to believe fully in what you're doing. I think that's a big part of it. I think he got to the point with Julio stopped believing in what the fuck we was doing as a franchise, and he was like, "I need to get paid."
Hold up, Julio was never contract friendly. Never. He was never contract friendly.
But I'm saying when there was an opportunity for him to make a decision to be contract friendly, and we blew it.
He never gave you an opportunity though, Blakberry. He
No,
always wanted.
but
Once he made him the top paid wide receiver, he came back a year later and wanted to be the top paid wide receiver again because other folks got better contract than he had. He never gave you that opportunity to be. You know what I'm saying?
That was after the Super Bowl, though, right?
Huh?
That was after 2016, right?
He had two contract pay-ups. He got up twice. So I don't know, like.
Yeah, but like I said, it's gonna be hard to find. It's not easy finding that caliber of player, and they don't want to get paid. You know, the way the market would suggest they should get paid, because it's at the end of the day, it's a business. It's about a market. It's a market too. It's about the market, and a lot of fans don't want to hear that shit because don't nobody really want to talk the business side of things like that. But that's the truth. It's the damn truth. And it's not easy finding Tom Brady's and Patrick Mahomes's. It's just not easy. It's very hard to find those kind of guys. But then you also got to have a winning culture too. Like, is your franchise known for winning? Am I as a player, am I confident that I'm gonna win some shit here? Am I gonna win championships and get more off the field endorsements where I can make money outside of football while I'm playing football and I'm still at the top of my game in my prime? Can I get these Can I get coffee endorsements, jewelry endorsements, dealer, automobile endorsements, clothing line endorsements while still being in my prime playing in the NFL in the country? Can I do that here? If I don't have enough confidence to get that here while I'm here, I need to get paid. I need to make sure I need to get that market value money. Tom Brady had $1 billion goddamn wife, and he had a lot of endorsements. And he was damn goddamn good too. So that's just an example. That's just one example. So it's not it's more to it, man. It's a little more to it, man. That's all I'm saying. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Miller Mill said, "Will, it was because of D-Hop first contract that pissed Julio off." DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, because he greedy. He greedy as shit. Greedy as shit.
But this the thing, and if that is, I don't remember reading nothing about that. I thought it was because
it was like two receivers
that boy in Jacksonville that got paid.
There was two receivers that had made more money than him the next contract, and we know the NFL, the next contract gonna be the bigger contract. It don't matter. You might have been the first to the punch, but somebody else gonna be more than you. So, but every time somebody jumped Julio, he kept trying to want to be the top man. That's called selfish. That's selfish, bro.
I don't know if it's called selfish or if it's just called business.
That's selfish. How many times Matt Ryan could have did that shit? But Matt Ryan always revitalized his contract. He always gave money back to the organization to help with the team deal. He
But
always, he never had
Matt
no
Ryan
problem
knew
doing it.
Matt Ryan knew he was guaranteed all that money though. He was guaranteed all that money. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter to him. You know, he done laid roots in Atlanta at that point. You know, it's just more to it, man, in my opinion. And you know, it's just more to it. But you know, but people get but some Julio should have if that's the truth right there in the middle. Some Julio should have thought about was DeAndre Hopkins went an entire season plus the playoffs without dropping a ball. He had no drops.
And he's healthier. He's healthier than fucking Julio.
He was right. He was more available than Julio was too. He didn't have turf toe and all that shit going on. This dude went an entire season plus the postseason with no drops. Do y'all know how that's crazy, bro? No drops for an entire season in postseason.
That's tough. That's tough.
And you the number one target on the team.
Yeah,
He deserved that goddamn money, bro.
Yeah.
he earned set the market value. Jerome said, agree, Blakberry. It takes some time to replace a legend. Denver hasn't replaced Elway, and Miami's still trying to replace Marino. It's hard, bro. It's not easy.
The problem is you're trying to replace instead of trying to, you know what I'm saying, instead of trying to keep having a standard at your spot. You build a standard. You ain't trying to replace Hall of Famers. You just build a standard.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But you trying to replace. You're trying to replace the reliability. That's how I put it. That's how I'm gonna put it. You're trying to replace the reliableness that Matt Ryan
one
gave
player to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you had a Matt Ryan who was got hey, he was A1 and you know what I'm saying, and reading the coverages and breaking down and adjusting whatever. You don't use one guy to try to give you what Matt Ryan did. You use several guys. You have your third down guy that you had to go goddamn get what you need. You have your coordinator to adjust and scheme people open to what Matt Ryan was usually doing like that. You have your center find, you know what I'm saying? You got a center that can sit there and find and adjust defense and see what they got going on and adjust the line to that. Matt Ryan used to do all that shit. Once we got that center from Cleveland Brown, Matt Ryan didn't have to adjust to the defense no more because he was calling it out. So you use other players to build up what you lost in that legend. You ain't gonna find a legend every time you go to the draft. It ain't like that. Green Bay has been one of the top, luckiest motherfuckers ever to have Brett Favre, then have Aaron Rodgers, and then you got Jordan Love. Back to back. You ain't gonna get that luck all the time. Everybody ain't got their privilege to be that lucky. So you're adjusting other ways. You know what I mean?
Brad McCollum say until the owner goes the proper way, selecting the staff the right way, it's never gonna work. Is they ever gonna figure this out? I'm afraid, Raymond Collins, that ownership and management may believe that they already have the answer. That's what I'm afraid of. Because as a fan base, we are very, very upset that there has not been a firing already.
I just stopped looking. Once I seen it wasn't gonna be there, then 12 o'clock, then I looked early Monday morning, I said it's over with. They ain't firing this motherfucker.
I'm afraid that they may think that they already have their answer. And listen, I'm not a billionaire. You know, there are things that Arthur Blank sees that most of us we can't even dream seeing them, which means there's insight that he has that most of us will never dream about having. And when you have this insight and you have this knowledge that's rare, a lot of times you don't think that there's any flaw in your get up. You don't think there's any flaw in anything you do because you have this insight and you have this knowledge. And for 90 some percent of your lifetime, when you've made a move, it's been the right move. That's how you're a billionaire. So if he feels like that he has his answer already, there's nothing that will change his mind other than failure. Failure from Raheem. We a season and a half in the tenure of Raheem Morris. And as ugly as it, I gotta play the other side of the coin here. It hasn't been ugly, it's just been disappointing. And something that you learn in life is that you should expect disappointment. Therefore, you're not ever really disappointed.
What you say? You said it ain't been ugly.
It hasn't.
Worst losses ever.
But this is why I say it. This is why I say it ain't been ugly. Because you gotta look at the score line and you gotta look at the stat line. Because the analytics, whether we like it or not, the analytics do play a factor in the decision making for a firing or a hiring.
So how do we explain the 30-0 loss to Carolina?
Now the 30-0 loss, that was ugly. That was.
What about the
Miami loss was ugly. We got two ugly beatdowns this season, right? Everything else though has been down to the wire.
You gotta call the Jets game ugly, bro. This is a 2-win team.
Jets game win in overtime though.
This is a 2-win team. It should have won in overtime.
I mean, not overtime. I'm sorry, it didn't go in overtime, but it was down to the wire.
Down to the wire, down to the last second. It should have went that way with the Jets. We got our talent is better than theirs, bro. They got Tyrod Taylor over there. Mr. Two Glove Shouted. What the hell? Oh, bro.
But you gotta look at all the variables though. Last year the defense looked a lot like how it done look years past. No pass rush. We can't get off the field when we need to get off the field to get the offense back the ball. The defense has been doing that this year. It's been the offense that can't complement the defense. He replaced he fixed the defensive coordinator position as far as he thinks he did.
Yeah. And it's like he's trying to relive 2016. Because you keep asking for the ball when you win the fucking toss. Like we got a team, like we got an offensive coordinator like we had in 2016. We ain't got that here, bro. Your coordinator sucks. Why the hell you keep asking for the ball? Put it towards your strength. Your strength has been your defense this year. Put the defense on the field first.
I don't know. Maybe he thinking if the offense can have a early score that the defense is good enough to get an early stop and they can stay ahead on the scoreboard.
Maybe that motherfucker just don't know what the fuck he doing.
I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
But when you look at the variables, he fired Jimmy Lake. He hired Jeff Hoover. He fixed he fixed a lot of defensive problems that we was having for a very long time. That's something that the ownership is going to take into account. They're going to take that into account. So they're going to also take it into account that if he fixes his offensive coordinator situation in the offseason, then we got to get him an opportunity to fix that. I'm just trying to think about this the way Arthur Blank may be thinking about it. Like I said,
he may be thinking about it like that, but that motherfucker come back as a coach next year. You ain't got to worry about me watching them.
Ain't no damn way.
I promise you, you got to worry about me watching them on TV.
Ain't no damn way Zach Robinson come back to this team next season. Ain't no way. None. It ain't no way.
Oklahoma State already hired somebody. He ain't got no job waiting for him.
He ain't got no job waiting on him in Atlanta neither.
I'm telling you, I'm an ESPN like I did the Braves when they kept Snicker. I'm telling you now, they can do what they want to do as a franchise, but I ain't got to sit here and goddamn stress myself over what the fuck they doing. I ESPN the shit out there.
What's up with your King Treyway?
Yeah. Now I can't help but be a fan. I can't help but be a fan. That's in blood. That's blooded in me. But as far as stressing over these motherfuckers, shit.
I don't know. Southside say you think they all getting fired at the end of the season. I'm not too sure about that.
We will hope so, Southside. We will hope so.
I'm not too sure. Miller Mills say now Blakberry, the Falcons they just funded his yacht. I don't think he cares like that anymore. Man, he cares. And you know, I see a lot of content creators trying to spread that propaganda out there that, you know, the sabotage thing and the owner don't care. We just a money damn we just a bag. The team just a bag for him.
Do this sound like a man who don't care to sit here and bring a fucking women's franchise soccer team to this motherfucker?
Right.
He still do this sound like somebody who don't care?
And not only that, you don't get to where Arthur Blank is and not think about the bottom line. He knows
every owner thinking about the bottom line. You know,
every owner thinking about
you fool yourself, bro.
Every owner thinking about the bottom line, and your greatest earning potential, bottom line, involves you winning championships. So I don't think that he don't care. I can't be on board with that. That just it is nothing logical about him not caring about his team winning. Especially when you damn near a hunchback, but you find your way to the damn sideline every goddamn game from out the goddamn skybox. Do you know the kind of effort it probably take for his old ass to make it from the skybox down to the sideline every game? Do you know the effort that it probably take? Do you know the pain that man probably in every time he get up to do that? And I know Arthur Blank is in he in pretty good shape for his age, but he ain't Ric Flair. He ain't still doing flips over the top rope. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get on board with the he don't care part. Man, this season has been terrible. Stop it, Blakberry. I said it ain't been as ugly as y'all think. We just lost to the worst team in the league, man. But you got to look at the details. You got to look at more than just the losses, man, and who they lost to. The analytics make a difference. I don't like it just as much as y'all don't, but they do. The circumstances matter. And the circumstances are your defense is better than it's ever been, ever. This defense ain't been this good since John Abraham was on it.
Let me ask you a question, Blakberry. What did we come in the season leaning on, saying that we gonna have what?
You say what?
What did we come in the season leaning on? What was gonna be the best part of our team?
Our offense.
So how have it not been ugly if our offense putting up these type of numbers?
That's what I'm saying. It ain't been ugly. If you look at the numbers ain't bad.
Come on now. How many times have we scored over 20 points?
We done scored over 20 points plenty of times.
We averaging under 20 points.
We averaging under 20 points, but we done scored over 20 points plenty of times. The goose egg game got a lot to do with that. In the game where we didn't score a damn touchdown, we just kicked field goals.
It been ugly back there. For your offense to be
I'm saying, I know it's been ugly. I'm saying it ain't been as ugly as people. It's been our perception of the ugly is greater than the actual ugliness, is what I'm saying.
We played 3 teams at the worst times of the season, and they look like world beaters against us.
Like I said, man. Carolina is tied with Tampa in the South right now. Carolina tied with Tampa in the South.
They on the win streak right now because of us.
Miami is winning games.
Before we played them, they haven't won any games.
But look at the Colts game.
How many games did Miami win before we played them?
It don't matter what they doing now.
What they do is a big difference.
What they doing now?
Because of us. We made them look like world beaters, so we gave them confidence.
It might be because of us. But
bro, we gave them confidence, bro. They did not look good.
If they winning now, then maybe they was better than what they was playing like.
Hey, confidence is a real thing, bro. In sports, confidence and momentum is a real thing, bro. In sports,
you're right, but you also got to be. You got to have some kind of. You got to be kind of good too. You got to. You can't.
Everybody.
A bad team ain't gonna get momentum and just gonna all of a sudden start winning games.
Everybody is talented in the NFL, Blakberry. We already talked about that. Everybody's talented in the NFL. So if you give a team confidence that they can win, that they are really good, this what you get. We gave Carolina confidence. Now they went on a win streak. It was a point where Carolina wasn't losing no games at home. After they got down beat us, they weren't losing no games at the house. We were the first game they won at home. They weren't losing no more. Come on, bro. It's just like confidence and momentum is serious in sports. And that's what we gave these teams. That's why I say I won't be surprised if the Jets win 2 more games this season because we gave them confidence. I wouldn't be surprised. It's been ugly, bro. I ain't gonna need sugarcoat that shit. It's been ugly. For what we expect, it's been ugly. Because our defense, we were suspect on our defense. We were thinking, man, hey, man, long as the offense, got them do what they do and let our defense build up, we're going to be good. It's been the defense trying to hold on to see when the offense going to tap in and say, well, we got it. When they going to tap in? When we first start, they say, ain't no reason. Michael Penn said, ain't no reason we can't score 30 points a game or be one of the top offense. What the fuck we been doing? We got to call a spade, my boy.
You know how many interceptions we done threw this year?
How many?
4.
That's even worse, bro. So we not even turning the ball over and we sucking like this. That is crazy.
4 interceptions. Hold on, what the rest of the stats is? Hold on. Some of these stats missing. All the damn stats ain't on here. You know how many times we done gave up a sack?
Not that many. We at the bottom.
19 times.
Shit, that boy Teddy Bridgewater been sacked almost 50 times. Not Teddy Bridgewater, but Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
That nigga
That's
been sacked
seventh
about
best
50
in the
times.
league. That's seventh. We the seventh best team in the league when not giving up sacks. We've only given up 19. The Broncos are the best with 14.
Okay, and the ones in front of us, do they have winning records?
Yep.
There you go. See, look, this shit making no sense, Blakberry. It's making no sense, bro.
Green Bay got a winning record. Rams got a winning record. Seahawks got a winning record. Denver got a winning record. The Cowboys ain't terrible.
They got a better record than us. They in contention.
Yeah.
That's
everybody,
crazy,
the
dog.
Bears, everybody in front of us probably gonna make the playoffs.
That's crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's been coaching.
Except the Cowboys.
If your stats and everything saying, hey, y'all should be a winning team, but we losing, what the fuck is it? It's coaching.
But that's why I said it hasn't been as ugly as we are perceiving it.
Say the stats ain't been ugly. I agree with you on that.
But that's what I mean.
The game's been ugly. The game,
because those were offensive stats. If you go to the defensive side of the ball, we top 10 in everything.
Everything.
And we got to think about that kind of shit, bro. If we know it's coaching. We know it's coaching. Arthur Blank know it's coaching. I'm pretty sure he know it's coaching. But he also knows that his head coach fixed a major problem that this team had for a long time on the defensive side of the ball. Whether we want to credit, you might not want to give him that credit if you another content creator. If you a media personality, if you a fan, you might not want to credit that to Raheem Morris, but it's the facts. He hired a DC that know what he's doing, and they went in with him and Terry together. They went and drafted playmakers, difference makers. Like you don't want to give him that credit if you're a fan, but he's the head coach. In the same way that he gonna take the heat for when they fuck up, he also gonna get the credit for when they do something.
That goes with the title. That goes with the title.
It go with the title. Raheem Morris fixed a major problem with this team that we've had for a very long time. I don't like saying it. I want to throw up.
He created though. He created the problem.
I want to throw up in his goddamn.
He created the problem though, Blakberry. He created this shit. He didn't create
the defense problem. We was terrible on defense for a long time.
He made us step back. The whole team stepped back when Jimmy Lake took over. The whole defensive team stepped back.
The defense was terrible before Jimmy Lake.
So it went. Mustache Man had us at 42 sacks the year before. Mustache Man had us at 42 sacks. We took a step back with Jimmy Lake. Yes.
We might have had the sacks, but we was terrible. We was terrible on defense in other categories.
We was middle of the pack.
We gave up the most big. Actually,
that's another reason
we
why
gave up the most. We gave up the most first half points. But we was like first in the league in second half points allowed in the second half. We were
that's
first
why
in the
Terry
league.
Gray ass should have been gone because his goddamn the DB was giving up big plays, boy.
DB was giving up big plays in the first half. First half of games was like a goddamn rout. Team was routing our ass. And then somehow we would reel it in the second half. I didn't understand it much at all. But what's up with your BATL? She up in here. What's going on with you, B? Who else we got? We had some more folk. Bernard Cantrell, he done popped in here. What's up with you, Bernard? Millie Mills up in here. John Kemp up in here. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Raymond Collins say, but he keep putting his trust in a Pop Warner offensive play caller. Yeah, but see,
shit, I think that's a disgrace to Pop Warner to say this nigga Pop Warner. This nigga goddamn Waffle House goddamn Cracker Barrel commercial goddamn guy.
Oh that's shit, Cracker Barrel. I hate Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel with that non-seasoning shit. That's what he is.
I remember I went to Cracker Barrel one time in my adult life. When I was a kid, I think I went a handful of times, but in my adult life, I went one time. And when I opened up my damn silverware, it was a dried up, stale ass leaf of collard green on my damn fork. I mean, it was wrapped around the goddamn fork like it had been heated and dried and goddamn moist and reheated again around my fork.
That means they were using a dishwasher that with just water. It had no detergent in that thing.
They wasn't doing no hand washing at all on none of them goddamn dishes. I was like, man, nah, y'all good.
They steam the goddamn. That's why I ask for plastic well every time I go out to eat.
I ask for plastic well. Now, sometimes I just ask for, like, if I
glass
go to
of hot water or some
a glass of hot water, sometimes I do that, but it's plastic well for me too. But I mean, I never go to another goddamn Cracker Barrel, never. And I really, I don't give a damn what nobody says.
Don't say it, Blakberry. Don't you say it, bro.
Nah, them motherfuckers never get my dollar again. If they get my dollar, it's because my wife gave them some. My wife went there and gave them. It ain't gonna come out my goddamn pocket though. But yeah, he said mustache man. He said Alden Smith and Trubby Kane mustache men to remember motherfuckers a coat going on.
Everybody started getting them goddamn scribble mustache.
Man, listen, we just gotta take that into account. I know we don't like thinking about that shit. We don't like saying it, but that's what ownership and management gonna take into account. They're gonna take into account everything that has transpired. Everything. Not just the bad, but the good also.
Bro, I don't care what you look at. Ain't nothing that tell you, okay, we should keep Raheem Morris. Ain't nothing on that bitch that tell you that. Because he had a better roster than Arthur Smith.
I agree.
He had better goddamn cap space than Arthur Smith. He had better draft capital than Arthur Smith. Ain't no way you can say that you should have a better record than Arthur Smith.
Well, he had a better record than.
I ain't talking about no one game shit. I ain't talking about no 8 or 9 shit.
He had a better record than him. See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
No. Ain't nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like people don't. Okay, so let's talk about this year then compared to last year. Last year they won one more game than they ever won with Arthur Smith, right?
If you gave Arthur Smith the roster, how many games we winning?
I don't know.
But Arthur Smith is a what? He's a veteran quarterback type of coordinator. So we had Kirk Cousins.
You know
so
what
he got everything he wants. He got a veteran quarterback and he got talent all the way around. How many games is Arthur Smith winning with this talent?
I don't know.
He gonna win more than 7. He won 7 with goddamn trash bag and goddamn glue.
Yeah, let me tell you, I don't know because he ain't even what we saying that Arthur Smith is gonna do with this team. He ain't even doing over there in Pittsburgh.
What's Pittsburgh record right now?
No, but he not run. I'm saying the offense that we saying he will run, like running the ball. They don't run the ball in Pittsburgh like that. They run the ball with Warren.
Aaron Rodgers go off script though, bro. That's a hard take. You can't judge on Aaron Rodgers because we know how Aaron Rodgers plays. But what he is doing, he getting that ball to them tight end. Look at Donnell Washington. How many times Donnell Washington will get that ball?
No, yeah, Jonah Smith and them boys, they
going in over there.
Yeah, and Metcalf get his opportunities down the field. So it's they not, but they like I don't know, bro.
I'm gonna make it easy for you, so you don't think he'll be doing better than Zach Robinson doing right now.
Yeah, he'll be doing better than Zach Robinson.
There you go. There you go.
Now for that, yes. What's going on with you, Auntie Pam? Auntie, what's going on with you, Auntie? T-Terry say, Blakberry, what is Raheem's job? He don't call plays for the offense and the defense. He don't manage timeouts, don't oversee special teams. They need to call Raheem to HR and evaluate his job title. That also, T-Terry, is a very good Now see,
That's a great point.
that's
Because
that's a great point.
he called no plays or nothing, but you suck at goddamn time management.
You can't
What do you
even
have?
properly
What do you
time
have?
manage games.
What do
And
you have control of your time, bro? That you can't control. I mean, it's crazy, dog.
I'm
It's
gonna tell
crazy.
you something. I'm gonna tell you something though. I saw who's that I was watching. I think I was the Green Bay game. No. That was the Detroit and that was the Detroit game on Christmas. I mean, not on Christmas, on Thanksgiving. I was watching the Detroit game, but your boy Campbell, he did the same thing in that game that we was getting on Raheem for not doing. He did the same thing that Raheem did in that Washington game last year and in them games that he had this year. He had 2 timeouts. It was like 40-something seconds on the clock. He didn't call a timeout though. He let the team hurry to the line of scrimmage and run another play. And I think it was an incomplete pass. So the clock ended up stopping anyway. So he didn't have to call a timeout after that. But he did the same thing. And the first thing I thought of was if that was Raheem Morris, the Atlanta Falcons fans would have been jumping down his goddamn throat. But see, this is the thing though. The difference was they wasn't in field goal range yet in that game. So you trying to see if you could catch. So the excuse that I heard some people giving Raheem Morris was, well, he trying not to give the defense, or the excuse he gave, because he gave that excuse too in the post game press conference. You trying not to give the defense a chance to adjust to make any adjustment. But you in field goal range, dummy. You in field goal range. Take the goddamn timeout. Detroit went in field goal range yet. So the excuse that they would use by they trying to catch the defense slipping, it makes more sense. But his time management do suck. And that's the thing. We talked about this, T. Terry. You probably wasn't in here yet. But me and Big Will talked about this earlier, how when during the interview process that Raheem had with Arthur Blank, he couldn't have possibly told Arthur Blank that he was bringing anything that he learned other than using the pistol from the Rams with Sean McVay in that interview process. And if so, and since we know he didn't tell you he was bringing any of that over, why the fuck did you hire him? He told you, he had to tell you he wasn't finna hire no damn experienced coach, no experienced play callers, because he hired 2 inexperienced play callers to be his DCs and his play callers. Now, if he would have hired Jim Lake to be his DC, but he was going to run the defense, that would have been something different, because Sean McVay runs his offense. But like Big Will said earlier, he hired an experienced defensive coordinator, an experienced defensive play caller in Raheem Morris to be his DC. And then he had all that Hall of Fame talent over there on defense. So if you're not finna bring anything over from the ramp that would even remotely model what Sean McVay was doing, why am I hiring you, Raheem Morris? You're not going to run any units. You're going to let your coordinators run their units. You're basically just going to be an overseer. You're just going to be a delegator. You're just going to be a delegating head coach. Why am I hiring you? I'm going to tell you why. Because Arthur Blank wanted to keep the control over what he was doing. That's why. Because he's grooming Josh Blank. Rich McKay still got more power than what he was trying to lead on, and pretty much lied to the whole goddamn world, especially the fan base, that Rich McKay wasn't going to have anything to do with Falcons operations. That was a lie. It was a lie. And I get you got to lie in that business. I get you got to lie to you know, to keep up morale and all that shit throughout the fan base and throughout the damn team, but I'm not naive to that. But man, at least be winning while lying. If you ain't winning while lying, ain't nobody buying. If you ain't, you want me to say that again? If you ain't winning while lying, ain't nobody buying. Because we ain't buying the bullshit no more. We ain't buying it no more. We got Trick up in here. You say Arthur Smith just had a good run, had good run plays, passing calls, was trash. AKA Ayas. We got Mine Card up in here. Or Mine Cat, my bad. They say Mercedes-Benz Stadium is a murder. Huh? He said Pitts on 3 games. 3-game losing streak right now. Pittsburgh on a 3-game losing streak right now. Yeah, they losing. His job. What this next one say? We know what Mind Cat on when they up in here. Mind Cat, we appreciate you for coming through and showing some support by being in the chat. I appreciate that. But I can't go. I can't cross. I can't engage on that. I can't go that far. I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna keep it football. I got to keep it football. I got to. Christy Lewis say, Raheem Morris is a motivational speaker and professional catfishing professional. He got our seat. He got our ass, yo. But I don't think he got off the blank. I think everything he do, off the blank knew exactly what Terry was gonna do, and he signed off on it. I mean, not Terry or Raheem, and he signed off on it. And in the same manner, and at the same time, told us that Terry Fontenot was gonna now kind of be he was gonna be unleashed. So is it the blanks throwing Terry Fontenot on? Since a lot of content creators want to do these throwing people under the bus narrative and sabotage narrative. Is ownership and management gonna use Terry as the goddamn scapegoat? Well, y'all ain't ready for that conversation, huh? Because how dare I say that Arthur Blank has an ulterior motive? How dare you say that, Blakberry? Southside say y'all do know the Benz gone basically, huh? Gone, huh? Y'all do know the Benz gone. Be basically the 12th man Sunday, right? Sunday, right? A lot of Seahawks fans moved out of Georgia. You know why? Y'all know why a lot of Seahawks fans moved out of Georgia? Because the freight industry went to shit. Another conversation y'all ain't ready for. A lot of people from Washington, a lot of people from the West Coast, a lot of people from the Pacific Northwest moved the fuck up out of Georgia because a lot of them was here and it was in the freight industry, whether it was in trucking, whether they was train transit, whatever the fuck, they was in the freight industry. A lot of people from California, a lot of people from Seattle, a lot of people from Nevada, well, not Nevada, but a lot of people from New Mexico too. They what's up in there, Montana, Oregon. A lot of people had moved to Georgia for the freight industry because the industry was booming during the pandemic down here on the border. Even though we wasn't getting in a lot of shipment from overseas, it was so much work that needed to be issued out because a lot of truckers in the South and in the Southeast, a lot of owner operators, they shut it down. It's the damn COVID scared the shit out of them. So it was a lot of work needed to be done. So a lot of those, with everything that was going on over there, along with COVID, with all the natural disasters on the West Coast and in the Pacific Northwest, with all those natural disasters going on, and with COVID happening, there was opportunity down here in the Southeast, for big game. A lot of them moved here. A lot of them came here with their equipment and never left. Well, they gone now. Now they gone. Rates was cut in half. The Ukraine war happened, and fuel went through the goddamn roof, and it stayed that way. 4 years strong now. 4 years strong, and it ain't got better. A lot of them got the fuck on. They say we better off with our forest fires and our hurricanes and our volcano eruptions. That's what they said. It's not just me saying it, like Biggie Lynch say. It ain't just me saying it. Time Magazine said it too. Hey, man, we're going to start wrapping this thing up, man. Big Will, man, what you got for him before we get up out of here? Close the mat.
I ain't got nothing, man. Like I say, man, y'all stay doing what y'all doing, man. I'm going to stay on that goddamn red zone watching my favorite team. You know what I mean? On my NFL red zone. So I don't have no heart attack issues or nothing. So, but follow me at Will the Georgia Reaper on Twitter and on YouTube. And, you know what I mean? Catch me on Wednesday nights on everything Atlanta Sport. The holiday is over with. So you might, you know what I'm saying? Pop y'all up with a show on Wednesday. And, whatever AFN got going on, man. If I got time and they drop the link, I'm there. You already know.
You already know. You already slow. Let me see. Let's do this real quick. God almighty. Wanted to go over this fantasy with y'all real quick before we get up out of here.
It's been bad luck in fantasy too, boy. That's how you, boy. That's how you know that fantasy just some luck shit, boy.
Yeah. You know the losers always got to blame it on, put it on a lucky, make it a lucky thing.
Nigga, you just said that shit last year, motherfucker. This motherfucker here, man. let a motherfucker go 7-4 right now. Did you win your match right? You winning right now?
I'm 8-4.
Huh?
I'm 8-4.
You 8-4. So your game, this game over with.
No, I'm actually down this week. I'm down one. Chosen one got 129.6. I got 111. I got one more player to play.
Oh, you might finna be 85.
He ain't got no more players. Yup, I'm probably gonna lose this week because unless Theo Johnson gonna give me 18.6 points, I'm gonna lose this.
See, I think I'm up slightly. I got 2 more players.
Hold on, Theo Johnson playing New England tonight. I don't know. You're getting a healthy they gonna get a healthy Jackson Dart back tonight. Hold on, wait a minute. Where's Jackson Dart at? Oh, there you go. Yeah, they gonna get a healthy Jackson Dart back tonight. I don't know. Theo Johnson might go on a tear tonight. I just might pull this out tonight. I think he can give me 18.6 points. Because all I got to do is match him. If I match him, it will tie. And it won't be an L. It'll be a tie. Me and Chosen one in the same division.
Shit, I've been in the playoff ever since we started this shit right here. I might not be in it this year. We'll see how it come down the stretch. I'm 500 right now.
Yeah. And you slightly up. Autobato's Revenge got 2 players to play. You got 2 players to play. You got a receiver and a running back. He got a receiver and a running back. So it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a coin toss.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. If y'all don't know, we are in the Coach Unchained. Me and Big Will are in the Coach Unchained fantasy league. Let me tell y'all what it looked like right now. I'm at the top of my division at 8-4, and I'm playing the Chosen one who's third in my division at 6-6. If he wins tonight, I'll still be first, and I've already locked down a playoff spot. Big Will is 6-6 in his division. If Big Will was in this division, he'll probably be like third in this division. But in this division, he's second from the bottom. Not yet eliminated from playoff contention yet. If he win tonight, he need to win tonight. It's gonna be big for him. Blindside blitzing is madness of the regulators. And he is eliminated from playoff contention. So he can't even complain about playoffs this year because he ain't even gonna make the playoffs. Oh man, you know I love you, bro. That's my boy. But hey, man, shout out to the Coach Unchained Fantasy League, man. It's been a real interesting season, man. It's been very interesting. Very interesting season. I'm trying to win some more jury, man. I'm trying to win the first 2 out of 3 of the Coach Unchained Fantasy League. I'm the original winner. Last year, didn't go my way, didn't make the playoffs, but I'm back like I never left, baby. We back on top. With that being said, man, we appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for the rest of the week for everything we got going. That means you got to hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell and make sure it say all. So you know when we drop content. Now, tomorrow we got Fan Speak. What we like to do on Fan Speak, Big Will?
Drop that motherfucking link.
Yes, sir. So make sure you're here tomorrow for when we drop that motherfucking link on Fan Speak. This is the home team with Blakberry. That's Blakberry, no C, just a K. Catch us on the flip side, home team. Peace.